Show 22 is here, and franchise has returned to the channel. What's going on, guys? Breeze is here, back with another video. This one's the first episode of the new franchise. And here, in MLB, we're going with the Oakland A's. The Oakland A's are in a sticky situation here. They are officially the worst team rated in the game. As well as that, they just traded their top two players away this past offseason in Matt Olson and Matt Chapman, and their third best position player, or I guess fourth, Ramon Laureano, he's still serving a suspension for banned substances. So, what do the Oakland A's have? Well, to start, they have their ace. I think it's their ace, if not the other guy's the ace, but two of their top players in their team. Minaya, a great pitcher, good, or I guess a good left-handed pitcher, not a great pitcher, who went 11-10 in 32 starts last year and a 3.91 ERA with a 1.23 WHIP. He's great. He's been reliable for most of his time here in Oakland. The only problem is he's on the last year of his deal, and, well, the A's are trying to trade him in real life. The number two of this duo pitcher is Frankie Montes, another guy who they've considered trading, who's had a good last year and had a good 2019. 2020 was kind of a rough year for everyone. Specifically Frankie Montes, excuse me, but he had two of the last 3 years he's had really good seasons. But again, just like that, he's on the last year of his deal. He's in his second to last year of team control. Maybe it's time we start looking away from him. Looking at the rest of the starting pitchers, though, there's not much that catch the eye here. We got James Capriel. I'm gonna figure out how to say that name before his first start. We got Cole Irving, and we got Brent Honeywell. And the overall, from 83s to their top two, drop all the way down to 70s and 60s, which is not great. And then you look at our depth. We only have one A potential starting pitcher as I quickly scroll through all this. And he's right now only at single A. And there's not many young guys. I mean, there's a couple B potential with Joey Estes. I'm not sure. And then you have Gunnar Hoglund. I really gotta figure out all these guys' names before we start this series. But other than those two, and Ryan Cusick, I want to say it's Cusick, there's not really many big named or decent named prospects, at least for the starting pitcher. We do have JT Jin here, who could have the potential. Probably won't. Same thing with Zach Logue. But the starting pitcher is one of the big spots we need to change, especially if we plan on doing what the A's are looking at, and that's trading the top two here. We'll go to the bullpen, and not much is good for the Oakland A's. I mean, their best overall player is a 73 overall in the bullpen, who's a 30 and a 33-year-old respectively. And looking at these younger guys, got Colin Palouse, C potential, not one B or higher potential. We even have an F potential in here. There is not great, I guess, potential guys here. There are definitely some names I kind of know. AJ Puke. I don't know how to say it, but I've seen his name before. He hasn't had he had a decent first year, or first 11 innings, and 13 didn't really do well. Hopefully he can come back up this year. There's this guy here, Jack Weisenberg, who's a 3-pitch mix guy. That's not horrible options, but we don't have that true potential reliever, which I don't know if there's many of those left in the MLB, so hopefully we find some in the future. And then our closers, we only have one decent one. Our other two aren't even that good, with Danny Jimenez and Brady Fiegel. So we definitely are going to need to look for a bullpen arm soon. Maybe just pitching altogether we need to look for. But again, this whole team needs work. Just pitching's very important soon. So yeah, the catcher spot is probably the best spot here. Obviously, their all-star catcher, Sean Murphy's there. Stephen Vogt, he's always been decent, but he's 37 years old. And then you see Sean or Shea and Soderstrom. Langlars, and Soderstrom. Wow, I'm gonna struggle with names all throughout this video. Two A potential catchers, both in the top 50 in the top prospects list, and they're both in a position where we have our all-star. So we have many decisions to make here. We also have Austin Allen, who probably isn't going to be doing too much for us, but he's on the team. And we also have a 21-year-old with CJ Rodriguez, who possibly could be something. We go over to first base, and there's just nothing here. I mean, this first baseman has more speed than he does hitting stats. Lawrence Butler's our best overall rated first baseman, and he's in single A. We have Jonah Bride here, 60 overall. Very tough here. And I don't think we're going to play any of these guys. I'm assuming one of the catchers or one of the infielders slash outfielders are going to move over to first. But we struggle, and we need to find a true first baseman sooner rather than later. Second base, we have one of our for sure lockdown guy positions, at least now, Tony Kemp. He should last at least this year for us. But other than that, we're kind of struggling. We got Nick Allen here, who has decent potential. Third base, our top prospects is Sheldon Noose. Not sure why he's in AAA. It must be an injury or something. But our starter would be Jordan Diaz as of now. And we do have two B potential guys here with Zach Jaloff and Jeremy Ironman. But I don't know if they're going to fully be here sooner rather than later. So we definitely need to fix something on it now. And I think if I had to choose between the two, Zach Jaloff would definitely be the option I choose. But neither of them are ready. I mean, I guess Jaloff's a little better hitter. As my game just glitches out there. But I think Jaloff is better hitter than Diaz. So I guess that wouldn't be the worst thing. But they both need work before they come up. Shortstop, the Oakland Athletics acquired Elvis Andrus over from the Texas Rangers last year, and he did alright, I guess, for the Athletics. But he's just a veteran that's here to finish out his career and finish out that contract, really. Another spot where we have multiple B potential guys like Robert Poussin and Max Muncy, the second Max Muncy, as well as Kevin Smith. Who we call up and who we don't call up, I do not know. But I would definitely like one of those three to come up in the next 3 years. Preferably Kevin Smith, seeing as he already has, or he is on our 40-man roster, and he has the potential to be one of the better players in our team. But we need to work with those three soon, and we got to get one of them up. If not two of them, we can move them around to first or second base, I'm pretty sure. Max Muncy can play second, third, and short. Son can only play short. Same with Kevin Smith, second, third, and short. Now we head out to the outfield where there is not a lot going on. Left field, Chad Pinder is the best player by miles, and there's no one really even close to him in left field. None of these guys are good in potential. None of them look good in the stats. We just need an outfielder, and left field is kind of one of the main spots I look to. Center field, we have Ramon Laureano, who again is serving a suspension. I'm going to figure out when that suspension's up, and then maybe I'll add him back then. But until his suspension's up, I'm not going to play him, just out of, like, making sense, I guess, or logic. But even then, Kristen Pash, one of our better potential guys on our roster right now, 69 overall would be potential, and he's on our 40-man. He's not the greatest bat, but he's a good fielder, so I can't complain too much. They have that nice fielder in center field. We also have Gabriel Marcial, a little better hitter than Pash, a little worse fielder. Definitely someone I think I could call up soon when I need a replacement at the outfield. Then we head over to right field that has 3 MLB spots: Seth Brown, Billy McKinney, and Steven Piscotty. and not one of them I'm confident will stay on this team for more than 2 years. Now, Seth Brown's a great power bat, obviously. I wonder if he's playing first base for us, because he can't play that. But, I mean, you look at his contract, he's under contract, or has team control till 2026. But do we keep him that long is the question. He hit 20 home runs last year. Hopefully he can do it again. Maybe he becomes one of our better players. Billy McKinney, someone that came over from, it looks like Toronto, I think, last year. Didn't do well. Don't know why they got him. But he's back on the team for 4 years, so... Or he's in team control for 4 years, so maybe we keep him around, but he does have deep potential. Same with Steven Piscotty. Just a long time St. Louis Cardinal and Oakland A. He's been alright in Oakland, but he's never been great, so I don't see us keeping him around too long. I don't even know if we re-sign him. And then after that, we look at the potential guys here, and all of them are in the D's. Just no great potential guys in this farm system. So, out of the whole 493 person roster we have here, we only have 3 A potential guys. 2 of them are catchers, and one of them is Ryan Cusick. I still think it's Cusick, I'm not sure. Who can definitely be a hit or miss guy if he doesn't get his things up. Especially his break and his control, not really good breaking control. Other than that, we have a few Bs, or a good amount of Bs, but most of them are like veterans already, so you can't really get too much more from them. And other than that, it's not much. Really, it's not anything. As you can see at the top right is the team rankings, and we're just ranked 30th in everything almost. 30th in contact, 30th in power, 26th in pitching, 21st in defense, and 26th in speed. We're in one of the tougher divisions in the American League West with the Angels, who have Mike Trout and Shohei. Got the Rangers, who made big acquisitions not too long ago. We got the Mariners, who obviously are in a win-now mode. And the Astros, who are always good. Now as we load into just some at-bats with the Athletics here, we're just going to try to explain a little bit what my idea is. I just want to try to rebuild the Athletics. I know last time I tried to do the Giants last year, and I didn't really do a good job at keeping up with it. But this year, I kind of want it to be different. I'm trying to get more content out, and with the Athletics being one of the worst teams in the league, I wanted to try them here. Right now, you're just seeing a bunch of at-bats against, right now is Irvin, and you'll see me switch to eventually Frankie Montes. I couldn't get Sean Minaya. I think he's hurt in real life, and this was the real life roster. It's not the one I'm using, so I can't really use him. I actually switched here from Sean Murphy to Elvis Andrus. I actually did have a perfect grand slam in this situation, but what I didn't know is that was Jed Lowry who hit it, and Jed Lowry is not on our team in the franchise, so I kind of had to cut that out. But yeah, these are just some at-bats from some guys, mostly righty, because I switched back to Montes. Here's an RBI, two RBI double. What am I saying? 2-run single from Elvis Andrus, and we switch over to Tony Kemp, who gets a 2-run single. But yeah, the Athletics, one of the worst teams. I hope to rebuild them soon, and I just hope I can keep this out consistently, and I don't forget about it. But thank you guys for watching this. Hope you enjoy the few highlights towards the end. Here's the best swing that wasn't that grand slam coming up right here. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Until next time, I'll talk to you all later.